Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and another puzzle today. And today's puzzle is a THERMO sandwich crypto Sudoku. So we've got two of our standard variants going on here, which are THERMO Sudoku, where the numbers increase from the bulb to the end of the thermometer all the way along. Sandwich Sudoku means that the clues outside the grid show the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 9 in that row or column. However, as you will notice, these are pretty much all letters outside the grid. And that is because the numbers 1 to 9 are encoded with one of these 9 letters each time they appear. There are also some cells which feature certain digits, but they're obviously given their code names. There are a couple of 0 clues which we haven't written as O, probably for obvious reasons. Now, this is from Kyle Chandler, and I don't think he's ever sent us another puzzle. He says it's an homage to the channel. I say homage because that's how the word seems to always be said these days. When I was growing up it was homage, but things have probably moved on. So thanks very much, Kyle. I'm looking forward to that. It's a very interesting mix of variants. Do try the puzzle on the link below the video. And I'm going to have a go now. So let's get cracking. Well, we can see that I think a lot of these clues at the top are very deliberately repeated letters. 44 is not possible as a sandwich clue, obviously. I think the maximum is 35 of the digits that aren't 1 and 9. If you add them all up, they add up to 35. So II, BB and SS must be 11, 22 and 33. Yeah, wherever 33 appears, it's going to have to be a 2, one end or the other, with a 1-9 sandwich in the next two extremity cells, as it were. Now, that's a problem both for BB and SS. They can't be 33 because you could have a 2 one end for one BB clue. You could have a 2 the other end for a second BB clue. But the third BB clue would again require a 2 in row 1 or row 9, and you'd have used them up for row 1 and row 9. The same would be true because there are 3 SS clues. You just couldn't put a third 2 as the single outie in. So S and B are 1 and 2. Let's make a note of that here. And I is a 3. What I've done in setting up the puzzle is provide this kind of notepad of the number equivalences on the side. Now that is going to make the check function fail at the end, even if I've got the puzzle right. But on the other hand, it does give us some notation we can do. So II is 33. So 2 is either there or there. More importantly, the 1 and 9 are in those two dominoes. They're a pair either in those two cells or in those two cells. And what we often do in sandwich Sudoku is mark the cells that can't be 1 or 9 green. So I'm going to do that there. Now that we know, maybe we can make further progress on whether S or B is 1 or 2. Yes, of course we can. Look, there's a single S clue. Well, 1 is an impossible sandwich clue because 1 can't be sandwiched between the 1 and the 9 in a column because it would give another 1. So, brilliant. That's very straightforward. S is 2 and B is 1. So we know almost all of these down column clues already. 22, something beginning with 1, 11, 22, 2, 22, 11, 11, 33. Now, why I'm interested in 2 is because that means that in this column, 2 is sandwiched by 1 and 9 directly. And it's flanked by 2 22s, which have to be quite long. Now, 22 has to have a green cell in the 5th row because you couldn't have a 1 or 9 there because it wouldn't have enough space to fit in a sandwich when reaching to a perimeter cell. 8, 7 and 6, which are kind of the maximum you could fill that with, are 21. So 22 is the beginning of the numbers, which definitely have a green cell in the middle. And this 0 clue across the middle means this central cell is not it's not a 1 or a 9 either, because in that row 1 and 9 are next to each other. So either that's a 1 or 9, or those two are 1 and 9. I don't know how to disambiguate that yet. Yes, a good thing to remember when you mix sandwich and thermo is that the cells that are on a thermometer but aren't the end of it or the bulb cannot be 1 or 9, so I can mark them all green. They must be somewhere between 2 and 8. One of our principles of thermo Sudoku is 1s can only be on the bulb and 9s can only be on the end. J is a single digit, clearly. Could be anything from 4 to 9. But does that mean this can't be a 1 or 9? Actually, no. Weirdly, you could have this thermo could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and then the clue would be fulfilled, which is irritating. Then it would be 9, 2, 1, and that is just possible. Okay. What else can we find to do? It's tricky. I don't know quite how we're meant to go about this. Now, oh yeah, this S is a 1 and 9 flanking a 2. That cannot be here. If the 2 can't be there, because if it was, 1 and 9 would be here. This bulb would have to be a 1. So that's not the 2. So that means this can't be a 1 or 9. It means this can't be. Is that for the same reason? Well, this can't be 2 anyway, because it's on the end of a sandwich. Okay, that's fine. So that's not 1 or 9. I still think this could be 9. Oh, it's getting interesting down here, though. This cell I'm in cannot be a 1 or 9, because it would have to be 2 away from the other one, and they're both green. So we could now have 2 here with 1 and 9 around it. 2 here? No, that can't be the 2. But this could be. Yes. No, this one. Okay, this one cannot be a 1 and 9 either. Right, because this can't be. Now, was I right about that? No, I don't think I was. Hang on. I'm right about that. That's fine. That can't be a 2. Yeah. Now, can we have 1 and 9 there? No, because that can't be a 2. Okay, so that is not a 1 or 9. Right, sorry, just checking my logic there. So this one cannot be 1 or 9 either, because it would need 1 or 9 2 away from it. So now this one must be 1 or 9. Either with 1 or 9 there or 1 or 9 there. And 2 in between. Okay, that's fine. Now, that's okay. Now, what else can we deduce from that? Could be 1 or 9 there. Well, that would have to be 9 if it was. Yeah, I don't know. Right. What else can we get out of this? These thermometers, they're so short as to be almost useless. I suppose, yes, I may not have mentioned actually, it should be in the written rules, but when we've finished the puzzle, there's going to be a message in all the thermo cells. So that kind of maybe explains why we have some small and possibly unhelpful thermometers. Don't really know yet. Now, lots of these down clues are quite large. 22, 11 is shorter. 11, 11, but 22's in columns 4 and 6. So they must have one of their 1/9s in the top half and one in the bottom half. In fact, down in this box, yeah, there must be one of the 1/9s on the left-hand side and one of the 1/9s on the right-hand side. Now they could both reach up to the top box. Could they? Ah, look, we've got a 1 or 9 here and an N which is not 0. So actually, this is nice. We can make those both green. And therefore, therefore we know that these ones cannot be 1 or 9 because both of these must have one of the ends. The sums are 22 in columns 4 and 6, and they can't be squeezed into these two cells. So those two are green. That means this is the remaining 1 or 9 in box 2. We can actually fill in a number in the puzzle. After 11 minutes, we get a 2 there. This is now green. Okay. That makes this green because now there's just no way that could be, well, 4 cells can't be the single J. Okay, and we've got either 1 or 9 there. Well, we've got one 1 or 9 in one of those two positions and the other in one of those two. Yes, and oh no, it could, yeah, it could be in those two positions with whatever J is sandwiched between them. Ah, frustrating. Right. Now, I still don't know anything about this 0 clue. Oh, SS is 22. That gives us a green cell there for the same reasons I was putting one in there earlier. So either 1 and 9 there or there. And obviously if there, this would be the 1, but can't make any deductions from that at the moment. What else can I get done here? I'm very interested in which of these two is the 1 or 9. If it's this one, that gives me a 1 or 9 there. The 0 clue here gives me another there. That, yes, this is interesting. Okay, BA here in row 6. B is a 1. A has to be at least 4. It doesn't quite prove that this sandwich has to be 3 cells big. Frustratingly, because that would rule out a lot. It would give us a 1 here. We'd really be off to the races. In fact, that would give us a number here, definitely. A 9 there. It is possible. It's almost not, but it does work. So if BA is 14 or 15, that's the only way you could get a 2-cell sandwich squeezed into those pairs. But that is quite plausible. Right, what else have we got then? Up at the top here. It feels like there's one. Yeah, what if this cell was a 1 or 9? SB is 21. So that would mean that the 2 1s and 9s in box 1 would have to be there and there, sandwiching a J. And column 3 is an 11. That would put a 1 there. That's the only way, given that green cell, to fit it in. Oh yeah, this is impossible. Right, SS would be a 22 clue. So the other yellow cell, the other 1 or 9, would be down here. And you'd have to squeeze both the BY clues, which is at least 14, into one box. That's not possible. That all proves that this cell is green. It is not a 1 or 9. There must be one of them up here for the SB clue. There must be one here. Oh, it doesn't quite prove that this is a 1 or 9. Yes, it does, for the column. Okay, that's a 22 clue. And that can have 1 here, but the other one is up here. Brilliant. Okay, that's a 1 or 9. Now J has to be a number, so that's green. 2, 3, 4. There could still be a 1 or 9 there. I hate the fact that 9 is the maximum value for any of these unnumbered letters. And 9 can just be 3 cells because it's really leaving possibilities that I'd love to be able to eliminate. But so be it. Now surely that's going to be more help than just putting 1 number in. One of these is a 1 or 9 because only one of these can be. So these are all green. Okay, that's good. Now that means one of these two is a 1 or 9. S is 22. This is green because the S sandwich is always 4 cells at least. If this was the 1 or 9, that would put 1 or 9 here. Again, column 3 is an 11 clue, and that cell is positioned so that we'd have to have 1 or 9 there and there. It couldn't come down because then you couldn't fit in the 2 1 or 9s in column 1. It would have to go up. BY has to be at least 14. So that would be the other sandwich clue. The other 1 or 9, we'd have to have 1 there. There. And this has suddenly become impossible. Y is a single digit, and that would be too many cells in the sandwich. So this M is not 9. It's not the 1 or 9. The 1 or 9 is here, and therefore, oops, is a 1 because it's on the bulb. This one's green. M is green, whatever that is. Right, that 1 tells us the identity of this 1 or 9. That's a 9. One of these is a 1. There's a 9 somewhere up here. Everything I get is almost helpful, but not quite. No, look, this Y, again, it's a single digit. So although it could be 2 or 3 cells, it cannot be 4. So this cell is not 1 or 9, and that fixes this final column. We can now put 1 or 9 in there. It's not the outie 2, which is up at the top. 1 or 9 there. 2 at the top is the outie. Let's colour that green as well, because we can. Next to the 1 or 9, J is a number, so that's green. BB is 11. It's not as helpful as it could be. But this 0 clue in the bottom, right. The other 1 or 9 in the bottom row is there. In fact, that gives me loads of green I can create. And now I've got an 11 clue starting down there. It's got to be 2 or 3 cells in the sandwich, so I can green out all of those. And another 11 clue here. Yeah, this little Tetris piece is quite strange because either, given that 0 clue, either both of those are 1 and 9 or neither of them. And I don't think this quite resolves that yet. Frustrating. Right, now one of these is a 1, I now know. So one of these is a 9. In fact, does that A prove anything? No, both of those could be, and A could be the sandwich between them. Why? Something here is nearly breaking open and I can't quite see it. If that was a 3-cell sandwich, that would include a 2. Ooh, yeah, but that doesn't have to be a 3-cell sandwich. This THERMO, of course, doesn't have a 1 or 9 on it because they're all green cells. So it must start. It's quite restricted. But not all that restricted. 2, 3, 4. I don't quite know what that is. Okay, so BY, I haven't really thought about that. That's 1 and something. Can't be huge. BB is 11. This SB across the top is 22, so it's got to be at least 4 cells. So that makes this cell definitely green. Oh no, SB is 21, not 22, of course. So in fact, could be 8, 7, 6 there. Yes, this could just be 6, 7, or 8. M would be 1. Ah, M cannot be 1. Right. Right, because we've got these two M's here, these cells must be identical. This one, sitting right next to a 1, can't be a 1, so that can't be a 1. And it obviously can't be a 9, therefore it's green. So now we know this is a 1. Okay, good. That gets us moving again. So we get green there. This is now 1 or 9. Has to be a 1 because it's on a bulb. So these small thermometers are a little useful, to be fair. Now we need 3 cells at least. So this now is green. So if I'd made a guess about that, or if I'd made a wrong assumption, it would have been okay. Still don't know which of those is a 9 or which of these is 1. J is 1 cell there. Interesting. Ah, got to fit in 11 here. Right, so I know where the 1 and 9 go, and I even know which way round they are from the bulb. Perfect. So that one's green, and that's resolved where this 0 is being sorted out in the middle row. It's got to be 1 and 9 over there. We can do a bit more greening, might as well keep going with the colours to keep people happy. That 1 resolves which way round 9 and 1 go here. A is a number, so that one's green. N is a number. Oh, we know, yeah, that 9 has sorted out 1 and 9 there. So both of these are green. That row's done for 1s and 9s. Obviously, we can tell which one of these is a 1 thanks to the thermometer, which I feel bad having mocked these thermometers. They've been very useful. I can green out all those given the numbering, and we can fill in the remaining 9s and 1s, and they are all done. So that's something. That one's green. That's a 9, and the last 9 is sitting there. Let's get rid of the marking there, and that's green. So that is all our 1s and 9s, which is the first stage of any thermo puzzle. Any sandwich puzzle, but of course this is more than just a sandwich puzzle. We've got thermos and cryptos, and we've made very little progress on the cryptos. So let's see what we can do with the letters. How do we make any progress? Right, yes, here this is an 11 sum in 3 cells, so it's either 2, 3, 6 or 2, 4, 5. This is an 11 sum, that's not very helpful. This is a 22 sum. Now that means the outies, 22 plus 10 is 32, add up to 13. They're either 5 and 8 or 7 and 6, so J is at least a bit limited. I say that, and I don't really know what to do. J, though, which is 5, 6, 7, or 8, is in that single cell, and in that single cell for these 2 row clues. So it must be up here as well. Okay, 2. 2 is down in one of these 2 cells because it's not in that outie sum, and it's in that central cell. And we know from up here that 2 cannot be M because they're both in the same box. So this must be the 2. And now this SS is 22. 2 plus 8, 7 and 5 makes 22. That's how we have to do it. There's no other sum that'll work. So that makes this a 6 on the thermo, which restricts all the degrees of freedom along that thermometer. 4 and 3 at the ends. M is either 3 or 4. Which gives us a weird little 3-4 pair in the top row as well as in column 4. 9, 3, 4, 1, 2, but I don't know if that really helps. That's 5, 7 or 8. Okay. Oh no, M can't be 3, obviously, because I is 3. Great. M is 4, so we can fill those in. So forget that. Pair, that's a 3 now. 2, 1, 4. That hasn't ruled out any of these, irritatingly. Ah, look. Sorry. We get a 3, 4, 6 triple in box 5. That means this is not 6 and 7. So J is now 5 or 8. We get a 3, 7, 6 triple there. That fixes the last cell of the, I want to call it a palindrome, but it's a thermometer. That fixes that as a 5. We've got 2, 4, 7. We can place the 4. That's a 2, 7 pair. Now let's not forget all our sandwiches. So these two can't be 6 or 7 anymore. Ah, and this can't be 8 either because we've got an 8 in the row. So J is 5. J, you see there, is 5. 5 there, 5 there in that cell labeled J. We've only got O in the labeled cells. Oh, and this cannot be 2, 3, 4, or 5. So it's now 6. O is 6. That's quite handy. That makes this a 6, 3, 2 combination, and we've got a 2 there, so we know which way around they go. 6, 3, 2. 9, 6, 3, 2, 1, 5. 4 there. 8 and 7 pair up here. 3 and 6 pair there. This is where the thermometers are doing nothing for us. Ah, this is 2, 7, or 8. So again, let's not forget the thermo sums. So here we've got 8 in a 21. These two add up to 13. They must be 6 and 7. 8 there, 7 there. That fixes the 2, 7 pair. This must be 4, 3, 2 on the thermo. That is now 8. Now, in this column, we've got 10 already towards 22. Ooh, did I get this right? I keep thinking SB is 21. Yeah. Sorry, I keep thinking SB is another 22, but it's 21. I did get that right. Okay, 10 plus another 12 must be 7 and 5. I think I'm right there. These are 3, 4, and 6 down here. 5 can be placed in box 7. 2, 8, and 7 to go. I can't do them yet. But the sandwiches are N. Yes, I've still got 7, 8, and 9 to resolve. Well, N can't be 9. It's 7 or 8 there. A could be 8 or 9. What's the other one? Y. Oh, well, that can't be 9 because it's in this cell. In fact, that's got to be 7. So Y is 7. That makes N 8. That makes A 9. Where's A? Here, 2 and 7. That's 3 and 6. Okay, that's very helpful. Now, 2, 4, and 5 to go in this row. That's 4. We've got a 2, 5 pair. We can do them based on the 2 at the top. 7, 8, and 4 to go in box 9. That's a 6. 3 there. 2 and 8 still to resolve. 6, 7. That's been done by the 7 below. 4, 1, 3, 3, 5, 6 to go. Okay, don't forget the sandwiches. There's another one here. BA is now 19. That one is 3 or 8. Oh, it's not that helpful. Oh, but BB in this column, that is more helpful, surely. That's 11, so that is 3 and 8. So that fixes the 2 down here. 8, 9, 5, 2, 4, 6 there. That's not a 2. In fact, we can place the 2. That's there. Now this sandwich ought to be a bit more helpful. What was it? BA 19. Not 100% sure. I can do all those combinations in my head. That 3, how would that work in a 19? Not possible. That's got to be 8. So that's not 8 now. we need another 11, and there are 2 ways of doing that. Serves me right for focusing on that. Right, here's another one. BB is 11, so this is 8 or 5. That's clearly 5 to go with a 6 there. 3. So we've got 8, 7, 6. That's an 8. 7 and 6 there. 3 there. The 7, 5's been resolved. That resolves 6, 7. This triple is now just a 3. Still got to do that one. Oh, right, 8 and 3. Okay, that resolves that. This isn't 8. The 5 and 7 have been done. And that, finally, we can use this BA clue now. 5 and 8 is 13, and we need another 6 to make 19. Right. 6 and 4. So that is the completion of the grid. Now, let's remember the extra thing that Carl's included, which is a message from all the sandwich cells. All the THERMO cells. Now, if I read them in order, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, which goes B, B, S. Maybe I meant to read them in the sandwiches. 1, 8 would be, no, B, N. Okay, so B there, then S, 3, 4, S, I, M, O, N, Simon. B, Simon, B, 6, O, 2, 9, S, A, 4, M, B, Simon, B, O, Sam, 7, 2, 1, Y, S, B, B-Y, B, Simon, Bo, Sammy's. I don't think I'm reading this in the right order. 1, 6, 1, B again, B-O-B, Bob. Wow, what's going on? 1, 3, 8, 2 is B again. There's a lot of B's. 1, 3, 8, 2, B-I-N, 2, Bins? Bobbins. Okay, that bit says bobbins. This bit says Simon. Struggling a bit with the others. We've got B there, B there. It's possible I've solved this wrong, but that would be annoying. But at least the bobbins works. 2, 9 is S, A, 4, M, Sam, 7, 2, 1, Y, S, B. What am I missing there? B, Simon. Simon. B, B, O. Maybe it's another Bobbins. There's every chance of that, but I don't quite follow it. Sorry about that. If you're understanding that better than I am, maybe I'll come back in a minute and explain what I think is going on. I'll be back with you in a second. Hi, so the answer to what we were seeing there is if you overwrite the cells in the grid with the letters they represent, we've got Simon says bobbins and B-bomb, which is a representation of the shocking swear word that bobbins is, and the way that Simon uses it for his absolutely most distressed moments. So that's the puzzle. Thanks very much, Kyle, for sending that. Bit confusing at the ending there for me, but very, very good fun and a really interesting solve as well. Hope you had a go at that. Hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.